Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 476.
476.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel and Universal Fan Travel. We're talking all about Minion Land at Universal Orlando today, which is in soft opening. That started on Saturday. Universal has 8 resorts with upwards of 7,000 rooms. Check out MEI Travel and Universal Fan Travel.
Universal Fan Travel.
Because, again,
very appropriate.
We're talking about Universal Studios today. But if you're going to go to Disney, then you can also go to Mouse Fan Travel.
Yeah, and just you can ask for a no obligation quote.
Yes, yes.
And here we are. We are at Universal, bright and early. We rope dropped it. There you are, getting a head start.
Me, yes.
Getting a head start, and it looked like it was going to be a little stormy, and it turned out it was. But lucky for us, this is later in the day, of course.
Right.
Lucky for us, we were able to do a few things and to meet a few characters. We'll show that. But first, we're going to do a little brief tour of the exterior of the land.
And right here you're looking at 22 Minions on the marquee. We have shown that before. And there's a Minion Cafe. Yeah.
We'll fully see that. We're
Yes.
going to go in there. We're going to try some food. We're going to look all around at all the different rooms. And you have the Bank of Evil, which actually, if you go through those doors, those are the emergency exit from the Minion Cafe.
I did not know that.
Yes, I found that out. I did not open it, but I found it out.
And then there's mobile pickup. And then there's freeze ray pops,
which we ate.
Pops.
We're going to
We did
show
have
the
one.
freeze ray. It is a tongue twister. Freeze ray pop. So we'll show the one we had and talk about that. And we're also going to talk about the Bake My Day shop.
Yep. It's a retail shop, but it also has baked goods. But just like any of the other stores, like the main store here, it also has baked goods. So it's sort of, the baked good area is just a small part of the shop.
And we're making our way even closer to the Illumination. What is it called? The Illuminations Theater. It's an outside theater, though.
But it's a facade. I mean, it's not actually a theater.
Right.
But they call it Illumination Theater. So various characters from the Minions to other Despicable Me characters to characters from Sing meet here. So on this day, we met characters, 2 Minions, and then Johnny and Gunter from... Oh, and there's Johnny and Gunter from Sing. And they were so fun.
And before each set, they do sort of like a welcome dance.
An announcement.
They come out and they do a very quick, like 60-second, or no, 30-second, very, very quick little dance with music and everything. So it's really nice. They do make quite the entrance, yes. I'll say that.
And almost nobody was over here where we are. And it's because a lot of guests are in line. And we got here, they started meeting at 9. And I thought there'd be more variety of characters. But it was just these 2 sets of characters all day.
Yeah, they're kind of going back and forth, alternating. Correct? Here we are. We're meeting them. And this was very exciting because it's the first time for both of us that we have met these characters.
I don't know if they have really met that much before at any of the parks, but... I looked it up online and I didn't really see.
I know I found out there is a show in the, I think the Japan version of Universal Studios that they're in. But I think this might be their first appearance here stateside. So it's very exciting to have met them.
And you can see on the door behind us, there's different characters. And generally, a lot of them are the ones that you will meet.
Now you can see, you can guess who's coming next here by, these change the little marquee posters. And here we have the welcome, and it's to the YMCA version from the Minions movie.
And this was really fun. I think I enjoyed just watching this more than just meeting them because it's just such a fun and happy moment,
Well, but I did see you have quite the smile when we met them because they did a nice little dance for us. I think we were only the second guests to have met them at all. We lined up very early for the Minions.
At the Illuminations Theater.
So that was very exciting. I like how this one on the left, his eyes kind of roll around. He'll do that at the end. But you're right. They're just a ton of fun. There they go.
And you can see the digital posters and behind them.
Of the Minions, yeah.
during the Sing characters, you'll see Sing, and here you see the Minions.
Yeah, so this was
was so funny.
It was great. I mean this was actually shot very early in the morning, and then what we just saw was shot towards the end of our day. So this was truly the first time we met them.
And I prefer meeting them here than like in the exit of the Despicable Me. I don't know what I'm doing here. Minion Mayhem
Right.
attraction.
It's a much better location.
It's a lot brighter. That area was so dark. So I think this is much better. Here is Freeze Ray Pops.
Freeze Ray Pops, which I see the Minion up there looks very chilled. Very, very chilled. And it was quite the hot day. Perfect for a Freeze Ray Pop.
And
the prices are a bit high for the specialty ones. $8.99 for the Minion or the Gru version.
And I will say, there's a Minion markup on like everything. So
Minion markup. I love that. Is that an official?
That's what I call it, a Minion markup.
That's the Minion markup pop right there.
$9. But I wanted to try something. I actually wanted to try the Nutella one, and because
the Gru, and we will. We'll spend another $9 and try the Gru version next time we're there.
It's not. I didn't think it was worth.
I do
$9.
not think those are worth it. But
they're super cute and they're Instagrammable.
The Pop-Banana here redeems it because. And you can vouch for how much I like this popcorn. I brought some home and I've been snacking on it, and I keep saying I can't wait to go and get some more. The banana popcorn for me is delicious.
But it's $6.69 for a cup, and it's a large cup. But it's not like you're not getting a bucket or a box. You're getting a cup.
And you can see there is a variety of popcorn buckets that are available. I don't think all of these are available.
No, there's like 2 up there. They're both of them are available.
I see.
But they're not exclusive to the location. I've seen them in the main store previously, but you can see it's not a huge amount, but it is very tasty, and it's like it reminds me, and I don't really eat flavored popcorn unless it's like butter, and it reminds me of like having banana flavored butter or something on it. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, I would have it again. I thought that was a big win for me.
Good.
Let's go. Speaking of food, let's take a look at the Minion Cafe. Now again, we're going to go very early. It opened at about 10:30.
And the Minion Cafe is a marquee dining location for the land, and you can see some of the menu items here, including Mel's Meatball Mountain, and then there's a steak and cheese ray sandwich. When I looked at the menu ahead of time, there wasn't very much for me on the menu, although the desserts look pretty good. We didn't try that because I bought a dessert,
I did
from
get a
Bake
chance
My Day.
to try a little bit of the Otto's Pet Rock, and that was very good. I like that. So that's one I would get again, actually. Oh, here's the grand opening, the exciting moment. This was the first group to be let in. What a welcome! And I like how all the team members there have the Minion, kind of the Minion motif to their outfits, and this is the first time really we were all seeing what it looked. It's a really, really nice setup. That's very well themed. This used to be the Monsters Cafe, if you remember. This was sort of where the buffeteria area was beyond this. So what a change.
Mm-hmm. And this area, while everybody's kind of getting seated here, I think this is considered the kitchen area. Well, yeah, I mean, you can see it's considered the kitchen because there's 3 themed dining areas. And the kitchen, it shows the Minions have kind of what the Minions have used to whip up on the cafe's menu, which you can see like in the center of the room, and of course all these kitchen items all over around the dining room.
And here you have the Minions always getting into trouble, trying their best, though, to prepare all this food. You could see a little conveyor belt, and they're hard at work. I don't think they quite made what we had. It looks a little different from some of the items. But again, great, very nice theming.
That's what I think. I really liked walking around because each of the dining areas is different from the next.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed looking at the details, although by the time I came in here, because at this point I was still at Bake My Day taking some photos. It was, really busy, and there's so much to look at, but sometimes you want to look at it, but there's people sitting there, and you don't want to bug them.
You don't want to interfere with
I don't want to
other
take
diners.
Pictures of them, and so, if you can
that's
get there
why
early, that's
it was
best.
Perfect because everybody was walking around taking pictures
at this time,
right? So it was good. You're able to see it this way. Again, though, I could easily, if it was totally empty, and I could just come here and absorb all the details, like the foosball table of the Minions, and it's working. Table. By the way,
that's what I saw. Somebody said it was working.
And if I had time to study all the artwork,
but that's a table also.
That is, people eat on that.
Right,
yes,
right, and then other guests will be like, what is that? And so
there's another one.
I wouldn't sit at a foosball table because everybody either wants to play it or ask about it to see if it's a real foosball table.
That's a good point. It probably gets too much attention.
Yeah, unless
it's covered with all our food plates.
Unless it's not busy there.
And we're just quickly looking around at some of the motivational artwork that is up here. These are very nice, very Minion-like.
And I'm trying to figure out if this is the break room, which I think it's the break room as far as the theming.
Yeah,
including the vending
it's definitely the break room.
I
mean, this stuff here screams break room. More great details in here. Employee of the month.
I enjoy just seeing all the little details in here. I mean, they did such a fun job, even like a yellow stapler and everything. I think they just did a very fun job with everything, and I haven't even looked at it all.
I love this. This is one of the best little details, the vending machine with all the different Minion types. Plenty of bananas, other items that one could get.
Looks like is that a fart gun?
It looks like. I wouldn't test that. I would not test it. Especially in the restaurant. Probably a bad idea.
And then it says, like, avoid spills, keep your kitchen clean again.
Yeah,
this is the break room.
For sure. I like this little fish tank. I don't know if you saw this, which is like a water dispenser. So, some fun little details that I didn't see the first time around.
And then, you can get your sodas over
Freestyle.
here. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I liked what it said. Like, they showed, I think, like the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, like if you continue to watch it on the display.
And these tubes up here, you had bananas, but before you had some purple cupcakes that look kind of like evil Minion cupcakes. Again, everything tells a story in here. You have some modern art, I guess you would call this.
Well, this is, I think this is the dining room area. Like, and there's art like by Minions and others is what it had said on the information.
And now we're going out. It's sort of the indoor patio. There's an outdoor seating as well, but this is the indoor patio. You can see the weather is about to take a turn for the worst. While we were in here, it was pouring rain and lightning and everything, so it was good timing to be inside for all of this.
It was a really harsh thunderstorm, but to sit in the dining room area, not the dining room, like this is called the dining room, but let's say the kitchen dining room area, it was so bright and yellow, and it didn't feel like you were in the middle of this like terrible storm.
Yeah, and here you could see all the end results. Oh no, actually, maybe these things are sucking all the plates and stuff up to be taken care of and washed and everything. I haven't figured quite that out, but again, more great stuff. I think where we ate in the kitchen area is my favorite. I think, although it was very well air conditioned. Quite chilly when you're in there for 2.5 hours.
And there's stuff here that I missed, in part because I was trying not to bother other guests. So next time we come in here, although there's not really too much as far as the food that I'm interested in, but to walk around and just kind of check everything out.
I mean, that
was okay.
It was like a calzone. If anyone knows what a calzone is, it's sort of a New England type thing when I grew up.
It's not only New England, like, we had them in New Jersey and they probably have them here, but I've never had a calzone unless that was a calzone.
Yeah,
they called it pizza.
It's more of a calzone than a pizza. With it had the meatballs. It was very heavy, and we'll talk more about the food when we're seeing some of that. We're just looking at some more of the details. We're going to look again at the main area. I look at this. Very interesting. You could take so much time to actually. Did you see all this stuff in real life when you were there?
I didn't see that. There were, it was just busy, and I know looking up at the ceiling, like there's no people up there to block it, but I didn't see everything.
And we're going to have one more look at my favorite area. We were directly behind this, so right kind of dead center in the kitchen.
So I'm just going to say we saw it, like everybody we know here on this day.
It was packed with other vlogging types.
And Jason, who we know Diffendale from Walt Disney World News Today, was like, hey, you want to come, check our stuff out because we're ordering the whole menu. So we did that.
Many people ordered the whole menu. I saw so many people. There were so many tables of the whole menu. I've never seen that much ever.
I think our Craig, who we're friends with from the Diz, ordered quite a few items, and
Food Blog ordered the whole menu. I saw
did not see them.
A number of tables put together because the whole menu does not fit on any one table, so you need 1.5. So it was that was funny to see so many whole menus ordered there.
And then we saw Theron from Attractions.
Yeah,
everybody was here.
He did not order the whole menu.
No, he didn't.
He was the smart one.
He had a little tiny.
He had hot food. He was the smart one.
Oh, I bought a little kids meal because that's really what I wanted.
Oh, I like this. I didn't even notice this. Somebody pointed this out to me. This ice box. I thought it was a real ice box just walking by, but it's not. It's more theming. You had a Minion freezing in there and some of the Minion ice cream. So, boy, it really pays to pay attention to every little thing in here. And now we're going to start looking at some of these food items. This was like a soda, actually.
Right. I didn't even write it down. They have a couple of different drinks, and they are I guess sodas, and I didn't try it.
Well, the purple one is a lemonade, believe it or not. So they're very different.
And it's like a cream on top. Mm-hmm. We did not try them.
It did not look. I was offered it, but it didn't look good to me for some reason.
It wouldn't be my thing.
Right. I think I'd prefer a cocktail or something rather than. Oh, here's again another shot of a whole menu, so you could see it's very colorful. I do like the those are not nuggets, by the way. Those are potato tots. So they're very cute.
Those I actually liked a lot. So when I
got to have a hot one.
Yes,
one of yours. It was delicious.
Because it takes, when they do this, they take a very, very long time to photograph it, and then they had their what is it, like a vlog also.
A good friend used to always say this. The camera eats first.
Yes.
So that is a true statement.
But it's very fortunate because usually when we're two people, we get through it relatively quick.
And you could see it there. I just want to point out there's a salmon to the right there that I did try. That was delicious. There's
Lucy's Top Secret Salmon. They call it pizza. So, or maybe that's not what they call Mel's Meatball Mountain Pizza, which looks, all splattered.
And right there to the right is the chicken. It's almost like a whole rotisserie chicken in there. There's a cauliflower.
Szechuan chicken.
Right. There's a cauliflower dish to the left up
Carl's
there.
Crispy Cauliflower.
And this is you
this
ended up buying this
because
you wanted a little hot while we were sampling all that other stuff.
No, actually there was really nothing on the table that I wanted except I tried a little of the pizza. So this is mini meatball spaghetti with Minion tots. It was a kid's meal, pretty good, and $8.99, so I thought it was a pretty good deal, too.
Overall, I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice of dining in the park, certainly. I think
second.
Or second. Well, there's so many. There's actually some really great restaurants. Mm-hmm. I like Finnegan's, so I'd like to go to Finnegan's, have a beer, a Guinness, but I could be happy dining there if you get the right item. I would get the cauliflower, I would get the salmon, I would get the chicken, things like that worked for me. I only sampled little bits of them, so I can't tell you how the whole meal would be, but we'll go back and we'll try something fuller.
And on another time, I would try, if we had all the items super hot in front of us, I would try some of the rices and the chicken and all that too. So, but I got the kids meal, and actually I was pretty full afterwards.
Yeah, so. that I even had a little of the kids meal. It was a good portion.
It was not bad.
For $8 or $9. Not a bad deal.
And right now we're in Bake My Day, and again, this is a retail shop with a counter that has treats. Early in the day, it had all Minion treats, but by the time we went back in the afternoon after the rainstorm and after the Minion Cafe, they had started moving some other items in there, and also there were
more generic items, not necessarily Minion items.
Right, more generic, along with some Minion items. All the cupcakes were gone by then. I ended up getting a Evil Minion s'more, which was really good, but I don't think that the price that they charged me I think I was undercharged for that, because everything else that I could see looked more expensive.
That's very well. That's we'll have to check it out, because if that was the correct price,
and that
was a bargain.
We're just looking at merchandise.
Yeah, we're going to see all the
here.
food. We're going to see all the food shortly. This is a variety of the various merchandise. It's very colorful, very nice in here. Again, there's so much merchandise in this land. You will go poor if you bought everything.
Because you have the evil stuff, which has so many items.
In another show, that was another, and that's right across the street. A major, massive store.
And a lot of these these items say like Bake My Day or they're cupcake themed. This looks more like cotton candy on the top.
It makes you hungry. Like it really looks like cotton candy. Lots of candy items in here, you know.
And yeah, so I was just going to mention about the treats. So this is a pretty small shop, and it's not going to be too small if it's just a regular amount of guests, but especially on this day, there was a lot of bloggers, and then other guests. So here is a cupcake. I couldn't see the prices on a lot of the items.
Looks like this was $8, but it's kind of blocked.
Do you see? Yeah, almost everything had a blocked price.
$10 down there for that Minion.
Right, and I think these look like 6 something, but who knows? You know, who knows? If you have to ask.
You can't afford it? Is that what you're going to say?
I'm going to say, if I have to ask, I can't afford it. You know,
that's probably true.
So then
looks
they
like
have the apple
$15 or
$13 or something.
Okay, $10 for the banana cream pop.
Yeah. So I'm thinking what I got charged for the evil Minion some more was low.
Yeah, maybe one of the numbers was covered up. That's why you only got charged the 3. But it was
I got
really
charged
good.
3.
That s'more was delicious.
But do you see?
That's it right there.
When I asked for it, I have no idea how much it costs. I just
comes
figured
in a nice box also.
It says Bake My Day, which you can't see. The box is super cute. I'm going to guess it's probably, it looked like it might be in the 6s. I think that's the price, but it was really tasty. I thought it was very good. Like I wouldn't have complained.
Did you try to use your discount?
No, I got my 10% off, but I think that they
10% off of $3.
No, they charged me like $3.30 or something. I think they charged me like half the price.
Wow.
I think so. But the thing is, I couldn't see the price to know what it was supposed to be.
Well, I got to say, there is more to come to Minion Land. Obviously, the new attraction.
VillainCon. That's the main thing still coming. Right now, Minion Land is in soft opening. So, this summer sometime it will officially open.
And summer starts tomorrow. Today is the last day of spring, so anytime after tomorrow, I guess, it could open.
Yeah.
But there's already so much to see and do there. There's other kind of treat areas, treat shops that'll be opening. There's one that used to sell something that gives you brain freeze that is being redone. That's going to be Minion themed as well.
I think that's like the only other thing. And it isn't like this land is huge. It's not huge. But it also includes Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, which we did the media event for back in, I think it was around 2012. A long time ago.
Over 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was over 10 years ago. And so it's very exciting to see them expand the Minion area. Minions are so popular. And even with that, the little Minion surcharge of food, except for my item.
Yeah, you got an undercharge. That must be the Gru. Yeah. You got the evil Gru Minion undercharge. That's a good deal.
But we still paid $9 for I normally wouldn't pay $9 for.
Well, we made it up by buying the pop and the popcorn and other food and everything else. So.
And we'll be back, but there's other places normally as far as treats. Like I would, if I'm going to spend like $7 on a snack,
you would probably get a butterbeer.
I would get, and that's what I was going to say. I would get a butterbeer because that's what I like, and that's the Harry Potter surcharge. But to me, I enjoy it so much, and it's so unique that for me, it's worth it every so often.
So believe it or not, that is another show.
That's another show. Thanks to our sponsor, MEI Travel and Universal Fan Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. All the travels. Mm-hmm. You
can check them out for a no obligation quote.
They are specialists in Disney, Universal, cruising, even Royal Caribbean. I feel like Royal Caribbean especially, but after Disney, Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Virgin, and so on. So if you're looking for a travel agent, they do it all.
And tomorrow we're going to be back to the Magic Kingdom. It's been a while. We're going to check out some resorts also. Probably going to stop at Epcot. We have some other... and we by the way, in this past week, we dined at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We've been wanting to go to Tusker House. We had a great experience, great food, great characters. So we're going to show that next week. That'll be fun to put that together because that was a wonderful experience. And
we got our 20% off for this month for annual pass holders. So I thought it was a very nice experience. I really enjoyed it.
So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.